Bye, everybody.
Bye, guys.
Welcome to our new channel, Onward Barnes. We really wanted to get a chance to just share with you our life experiences and some of the things that we're going through to not only keep in touch with our family and friends, but also to share some of the cool things that we do. And so this is just kind of our little intro. We're out here taking a walk with Scotty, our little boy.
Fearless guard dog.
Right?
No.
Yeah. So, no, we've been talking about doing this for a while, and I've started a couple of other YouTube channels of my own, and they've been rather small. You know, I'm still working on them, of course, but this one's a lot different. This is just going to be a lot more sharing our thoughts, sharing our vision of things to come, and and also sharing this wonderful but scary journey that's coming up here in about a month. So
yeah, my name's Tony, and just like Josh has said, we're a little distracted. It's because normally you take the dog for a walk and nobody's out, and today it's like all these people are out here. We're thinking, what are you guys doing on our street? It's a pandemic. You're not even supposed to be on the street.
right.
So again, my name is Tony. I'm Josh's wife, and we just thought we'd put together a YouTube channel, again, like you said, to discuss the different things in our life, but also just to kind of share the nuttiness that is our life, right? Because we like a good laugh, and our goal, for this marriage and this partnership is just to work as a team, be happy in that team, be content in our lives. And I think sometimes people are chasing happiness so hard that they don't stop to think that they're already fulfilled, So we just always make sure that we ask each other, are you happy? And and we self-check to make sure that we're fulfilled ourselves, take care of ourselves, and then we can take care of each other. So one of the things that there are several things that we're going through right now. So one, my daughter is going through a bone marrow transplant, and so we are working diligently, tirelessly to help facilitate this healing with our daughter that we want to happen. And so as you venture into our videos, you'll get to know the backstory, or some of the backstory of this family that we've created, from me losing a daughter to the same illness that's trying to take our second daughter, and then also too with Josh, his challenge with weight loss.
Yep.
I want to talk about that.
Yeah. So in December, actually, to go even further back to tell this a little bit, I was close to 550 pounds, and I had a belly button hernia, and the doctor told me that I needed to lose 75 pounds in 3 months, which he thought was an impossible task, or he wasn't going to do the surgery. And so then I got down to 480, so I got real close, and so we decided to do the surgery. And then it wasn't that long after that me and Tony started seeing each other, and then she gave me the strength to finally go through with the bariatric surgery, where I got.
He had the strength. He just.
I don't know about that.
You had it already. It wasn't. To me, it wasn't an issue that you even needed to have it.
Yeah.
It was an issue of whether or not you chose to have it, but you had the support of somebody who could help you with the post surgery.
Yeah.
And
I've done real well since the surgery, because I had gained a little bit, and I was back up to 515. But I've lost 115 pounds since the surgery, and I'm holding strong.
Yeah.
We're still working to lose more weight, but it's also a journey of my own.
Oh,
It's a
absolutely.
constant battle.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and then with me, it's like, okay, so you can stand to lose a few pounds yourself there, Miss Tony. But right now, I am not only working for this bone marrow transplant for my daughter and getting her prepared for that, but also working to finish my doctorate. So I'm at the tail end of that journey. And I will tell you that I received my bachelor's, my master's, and my specialist, and I was pretty cocky about that. Like, so I didn't really give people who earned their doctorate enough credit, because to me it was just like, oh, that's just another piece of paper. I've gotten 3, oh well, whatever, right? And then I jumped into that journey, and 3 years later, it's like, if you've got a DR in front of your name, I'm gonna call you doctor. Like, that's not even an issue, seriously, because of just the tenacity that it takes to get through the program, and having the partnership of this man right here, who is the champion of all things, Tony and Jade, is amazing. So thank you for that. But
it has been a journey, I tell you. I mean, she's also teaching full time,
right.
So she is definitely a superwoman when it comes to being dedicated and being able to put that pedal to the metal. I tell you, it's
right. Well, my niece she said that yesterday. She said, "You're a superwoman." I said, "No, I'm not a superwoman. I'm just a woman doing some super stuff."
right.
Although I didn't use the word stuff.
Right.
So but there are people that are doing way more than I am. I don't really consider it anything more than what you're supposed to do. One of the things that I have often said to myself, and I believe it to be true, is that we were put on this planet to make it a better place. And we were put on this planet to be our best selves, right? And so in order to do that, you have to put in the work to make it happen. And I have lived a very blessed life. My children have lived a very blessed life. And we'll get into, in other videos, you'll get to meet Leia, my late daughter Leia, who passed away at 21. But even she, on her deathbed, when she was transitioning, said she had a great life. So, yeah. And ironically, Josh knew Leia.
I did. I met her once.
Mm-hmm.
So one of my biggest hobby, I call it my passion hobby.
Passion.
Has been Magic: The Gathering for most of my life, actually.
Right.
When I think about it, I started playing Magic back in 2007.
Right.
And that was 13 years ago, so that's most of my adult life. And the one time I met Leia, I taught her how to play Magic, and then Leia taught Jade how to play Magic, and now Jade and I play Magic together.
Right. and I think Leia introduced Magic to Jade, but I think your coaching is the one that has taken her just completely to a different level. Like,
Yep.
seriously.
And it's really helped given us a reason to bond over things.
Right.
That and Dungeons and Dragons and all the nerdy stuff that I'm into.
Right.
Like, she's super into it as well.
And this poor guy married into a family with a teenager. So he jumped over all the toddler stuff and landed right into the emotional instability of being a father of a teenager. So he's doing a great job. We're going to turn around real quick and go back this way. Now, one of the things about the production of these videos also is because we're both so busy with life, and we have jobs, this really is just our way of posting for our friends and families and people who may get something, even if it's nothing but a good laugh out of it. But we're not going to be ones that buy the production mics and the big fancy cameras and all of that, because really it's just one, I don't have time, and 2, we don't have time. Now Josh, he's a hobbyist. So it could be that I'm saying, oh, we're not going to buy all this stuff, and like next week, you know, my BFF's Amazon shows up with a big crate full of production equipment.
I mean,
but it won't be coming from me. The videos that you'll be getting from me will be ones that come from my iPhone, which is one generation away from being obsolete. Like, no kidding. They actually called and they were like, you realize that you're on borrowed time. Like, we can try to make it work.
Right.
So my company's been like rebooting it and upgrading it, but eventually it's like, you know, grandpa iPhone 5S, you know, when everybody else is on like 11 or 8 or whatever.
I mean, I'm a retroer myself, so I have trouble moving on to new technology.
Yeah, I don't think it's me being retro. I think it's me being cheap. Like,
I mean, it's a little bit of both.
I'm frugal, man. If this thing is still able to call people,
I mean,
I'm not selling it.
We have a DVD player that was made in like the 90s, a 5-disc DVD player on the bus.
Yeah.
So, you know, we're all about the old school. I've got everything from Nintendo to Super Nintendo to the Turtles Retro Arcade.
But at the time, it was the best of the best.
Right.
I actually did spend some money on that thing. It was a Panasonic 5 CD player, like state of the arts when we bought it, and then we just kept it, and then now we're using it. And you mentioned the bus, and I don't think we've actually talked about in this intro video about this bus that you're talking about.
Yes. So, I tell you, when I came into this family, I had never owned an RV or a bus before.
Right.
And we have taken this bus to all new heights. We basically tore out the entire inside of the bus.
Well, let me start over just for a second.
Yeah.
Let me jump in real quick. So, previous to Josh and I started dating, I purchased a bus, and it was really just supposed to be a camper to try, think of like a Class C, right? So at that time, it was just like a bed and a chair, some chairs, and a little made-up bathroom in there. Really wasn't much of anything, and I did all the work, but it was just supposed to be for recreation. Then my daughter, Jade, she started having a lot of medical issues, and when we took her in, and there'll be videos that'll explain what happened, but they said, you know, she has to have a bone marrow transplant or she's not going to make it. And I know Leia, my oldest daughter, wanted one, but she was too ill by the time we got around to it, and she did qualify. So fast forward now, my child was really needed a place to stay, because the insurance company will pay for most of the bone marrow transplant, with the exception of about $16,000 to $17,000 of it, and that's not including all the little incidentals and stuff. But it won't pay for housing, and we live too far to travel back and forth. The hospital won't let me do that, and so that meant that we would have to get an apartment or a house in that town, plus continue to pay for our house here. And so it was like, and that's when Josh stepped in the picture.
Yep.
We started dating, and we were like, let's just convert the bus and make it a mobile house. Okay, now Josh can jump in.
Yeah, we went to work on that bus, and I think the chairs that are in there right now are pretty much the only thing that was in that bus when I first came in. We built a whole new kitchen shelf. We changed up the bed. We put in cameras. There's all kinds of cooking utensils in there, like a microwave. Got a propane stove. Everything you think of that you would need to cook. We've got in this thing. I mean, it really is a standalone apartment.
Yeah.
It's pretty fantastic.
Right.
We've put a lot of work into it, and I think it really is. I think it really is ready for this new journey. We just got to clean it.
And we've said that so many times through this process because we've been prepped to go, what, 3 times, Josh? 3 or 4 times for this bone marrow transplant. And each time we think, because this has been about a 2-year process actually.
Yeah.
And every time we think, we're ready, we're to go, something happens. So, you know, she doesn't pass the bone marrow test because she had a blood clot in her heart. So she had to have heart surgery. And then the next time we were days from being approved, and they thought she was having seizures. So that stopped the whole process there. And then it turns out she was just a terrible sleeper.
Teenagers.
Right? And then this last time, coronavirus.
Yep.
And we were 2 days away from leaving. And they called and said, nope, sorry, coronavirus is hit, and we have to stop all procedures until we see what's going to go on. Now that half the country refuses to wear a mask, they're like, there's no way to stop it. There's no way to control the virus. So we're just going to do it. And that's not just with us, that's with everybody. Like, all the procedures started back up again, and it's like, good luck, guys, you know. Now, for us, I tried to explain to Jade, that when you have no immune system, the common cold will wipe you out. So coronavirus is just another thing to watch for. The bad part about working or doing the bone marrow during the coronavirus is not once you're outside, it's the inside, because the people that you depend on, the nurses and the doctors, may not be there because they're either treating coronavirus patients or the hospital's just, doing the bare minimum. And so those people that might have been there to help you get better may be at home. So that's the real danger, is not having all the expertise around you that might have been there had this not happened. But that such is life, right?
Right.
Such is life. And again, this channel is just going to be about you getting to know us and our craziness. So there could be times where you cry with us, and there could be times where you laugh hysterically with us.
Oh yeah.
Hopefully lots of those. And there'd be times where we will say, pray for us. I don't know. We're just gonna be keeping it us.
Yep.
And I think, I don't know if we've actually decided with 100% certainty, but I think we're going to not put the comments on, like not allow the comments. For me, I thought about this really hard. It's because we are dealing with a very emotional event here, right? And so me personally, I don't want to I want to share myself, but I don't want to place our family into a position to have to battle unkindness, and people just, the keyboard warriors that just feel like they're okay to speak their mind. So we will develop a way for people who want to get in touch with us. Of course, our family and friends, they know our number. We also belong to Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
I have an Instagram account I never use.
Kids use this Instagram thing. I don't know how to use it.
I'm just old enough now to be like, hi, but I don't get it. So I don't know if that'll ever be a thing. And there's this thing called Patreon out now that my husband's looking into, but if we get it, he'll let you know on one of the videos and probably tag you in some of the links. We need to get out of the road because I hear a car. It's gonna be like the shortest family video ever.
Right.
Well, thank you guys for joining us on our walk. We got rained out, so we wanted to give this video some closure where it was a little bit of dry, because we all know that sugar melts.
It's true.
It's so sweet.
Oh my God. It melts in the rain but burns in the sun.
Anyway,
it's terrible.
It's terrible, but you're okay. Alrighty. Yeah. So anyway, just like, subscribe, send us some love. If Patreon's up, my husband will let you know.
Yeah, that'll be a great way to communicate with us. You know, we really would be just blessed for you guys just to simply watch the video, you know, and just hopefully you can take some inspiration from it, take some of what we're doing and maybe apply it to your life. Because like we mentioned earlier, we just want to help people.
Right.
I've always strived to help people in everything I do. And that's one of the most attractive things about Tony is that she is the same exact way, and we hope that you can take that energy and feed off of it and use it in your everyday life. So
thank you.
Thank you
very much.
No problem. Thank you so much for tuning in. We look forward to seeing you again. And until then, toodles.
Life is different, but life is good.